today. Let people get here real quick. And watch the little dropped frame rate thing stay at 0 this time. Yay. Everything's working today. Hi, Star! Hello! Yep, seems like we're good today. Okay. Oh, I wish I knew why the internet was so fussy. I'm glad it was this, that I was able to get it working again, though. I want to at least, so if you didn't know, my internet's been not doing great. It's definitely the internet. It is not the computer. And I can't figure out if it's just the service provider or if it's because I'm not on the main router for the house. So I'm gonna keep trying to stream. I wanted to finish at least Cheerhoof on stream, and then I think I'm gonna do some like draw with me videos so that we could still hang out together even if it's not live. So I'll do more Neopet art that way. But yeah, I'll stream when I can. I like streaming with y'all, so that's the main plan. Just gotta figure out internet stuff. But yeah, it's been a while. Hope y'all been having fun. Meeting your goals on Neopets. I know Star got to feed some cadotes, and then broke my entire worldview by learning you don't get cadotes from feeding cadotes, which I have thought for 20 years. You just buy them? You just buy them. What? I can't believe you just buy them. This whole time I thought you had to feed them in order to get a cadote. But no, it's a game. And she's doing good at it so far. But yeah. You just buy them. They're just really rare, so you don't see them a lot. But yeah. What has happened? Oh, I've gotten some new Neopets since the last time. I know, you really should get one for feeding them. It's so hard. That's why I thought the cadote was the reward. You have to like catch the time and then have the right food. Or find the right food if you don't just keep it on hand. So like, do you get anything besides a trophy for the, was it 75? That should give you a cadote. That should give you a special cadote if you can get that 75 times. Like, gosh. I cannot believe. I was absolutely just shook that you don't get a cadote. It's just a game. A very popular one, considering every time I go there, the cadotes are always fed. But yeah. Let's see, I got some new Neopets. I got what's now a Flotsam. And it's technically snow at the moment. I want to paint it rainbow because I have the like retro Lisa Frankie 2000s vibe skin thing on her. But she's snowy underneath, so it doesn't really match. So I want to paint her rainbow. And then I got my Vangadaire. I'm probably butchering that. I don't know how to say that. But I got her because she becomes a sea angel and she's Moroccan. Moroccan. When you paint her to be a fish, she's one of me. She's a sea angel. So that'll take a while to save up for. But yeah, I got one to be her. And when I get around to drawing her, I'll just draw her as if she's already been painted. And then, no, I had Izicht already. Yeah, Izicht. It's just, I'm picturing them in the row, and they're in alphabetical order. Yeah. And I also started a new project. So I think I mentioned I had some of the talking Neopet figures. And I got a new one. I got a new Ixi. Let me switch over. I picked up an Ixi and a Kachik, it's over there, on eBay that I'm going to clean up and restore. So this is what it looks like when I got it. I've done some work on it, but I decided I think I want to film the restorations. So I'll like start filming where I pick up where I left off. But what I've done so far is like I cleaned it up and I found on the cheek here, there's like, am I on the top layer? Yeah. It doesn't show up well in the picture. There's like a blue stain here and here, which is like showing up through the paint I'm putting on top of it. So that's not great. I'm putting several thin layers and it's really, really, coming through. So I might have to take off the paint and try, like, primer or something. I didn't think it would be that obvious. And also, something really strange with these is the ears and the tail. So I thought, like, the kid that had this before me didn't like the pink of the ears and the pink on the tail and just colored it in with, like, Sharpie. Because when I was cleaning it with alcohol and stuff, like, all this red was coming off, like, if you had colored it with a marker. And then I saw another listing go up, and the tail and ear were red. And underneath, it's got factory paint for pink. So it's like, at the last minute, they slapped some red paint on it and didn't seal it? I don't know. It was very strange. I really thought it was just a one-off, but the other one I saw on eBay right now looks like it has the same thing? So, this is a mystery, I guess, if they all do, and I'll keep an eye out, because I'm looking for the other colors, so anytime a red one comes around, I'll see if they all seem to have the weird, red slapped on them, but I took that off, mostly because I thought it wasn't supposed to be there. It's also, like, comes off on your hands, if your hands are a little sweaty. It's probably degrading over time. As well. But the rest of it's really well. The plastic's nice. The separate plastic the ear and tails are made out of, it kind of reminds me of old Pokemon figures, I think is what the material is. But they're holding up really well. This one, I looked at its battery terminal. I think it could still talk. I didn't actually test it with batteries, now that I think about it. I forgot to. I just got straight into taking care of it. The Kachik will never speak again. This guy is permanently on mute. I opened up his battery terminal, and the contacts are not just corroded, but rusted, so I don't think he's ever going to speak again, unless I could find a replacement for that, I think, kind of unique shape of the battery end. But that's okay. I wouldn't want to leave batteries in them anyway, because then I'd run the risk of them corroding of my own accord and being the person that caused it this time. But yeah, so I'm gonna get these, and I think I'm gonna record repairing them and cleaning them up. Yeah, restoring them and kind of tracking down maybe a little bit of their history. They're not well documented online. Like, was it Neomerch? Neomerch, yeah, is like the main place that has it, and they have like barely any photos of these things. So maybe I can add some photos to that. But yeah, so that's a new Neopet project for 2026. Cleaning these guys up, making them look all happy and healthy and new again. Or, I guess they won't look new, but they'll look, you know, not with big blue stains. It does not show up in pictures. It just looks dirty. It is like a blue, like, what is it? It looks like this pattern. Like something like cloth pressed against it for a long time and then it transferred or something. I think is probably what happened. But yeah, this comes in 4 colors that we know of, so I've got 2 of them. Oh yes! And Star's Disco Aisha! Oh, I wish I put pictures of it! So Star got a Disco Aisha! The talking one, not the standing one. There's 2. So there's one that stands like this. And there's the talking plush that we're able to talk to each other. Whee. These are Aisha. Look, they have an A. That's how you know they're Aisha. This is definitely not a caterpillar. But yeah, so she got one of them, and it arrived, and it said not working. And it had a broken antenna. And we're still working on the broken antenna, but we found a way to fix it. It looks like there is a plastic skull with, like, rods that come out of that are made of plastic in the skull of the Aisha to hold up her antennas. That gets fragile after 20 years and had snapped off at the base of one. So we're going to take some wire and make a little incision and thread the wire through the antenna to have them stand back up. But we opened the terminal, and so battery terminals, you probably know, they have kind of like this roundy end here, and then they have the spring. This part, when this part goes, there's like no contact. When this rusts out, you're kind of stuck, if that's 100% rust. Well, if anything's 100% rust, you're kind of stuck. But this one was like encrusted in rust. And not battery corrosion. The batteries didn't corrode, so it was just rust. And we could see like down some of the screw holes that they had rusted out a bit. So definitely like water had gotten into it at some point. So it's like, okay, water damage is not great. But it wasn't like... It didn't seem like it had gotten... When we opened up the whole terminal itself, it wasn't like super down in the circuitry. So I cleaned it up with alcohol, and then any of the like liquidy rust that had gotten into it. And then I took very, very fine grit sandpaper, and if you do this, wear a mask. I'm going to say whether I remembered to or not, but rust is not good to breathe in. Took it and I sanded this spring. I sanded the spring, and we got it to where there was some parts that had completely corroded away, but some parts underneath the rust was still shiny. So, after that, we went and got the batteries after I got it cleaned up and alcohol and everything, and then it came back to life! She's alive! It was so exciting! She came immediately to life when we flicked her on. She didn't have any other problems with her wiring. I have a fairy Ixi whose wiring is just shot. His terminal's fine, but he just is broken somewhere deeper in the plush. But no, she came back to life. She talks, she responds, her buttons work in her ears, her lights work. Oh, it was so exciting. I was so pleased. Yes, so happy, Star. It was wonderful. Oh, it's so exciting when you can like bring something back to life like that. Ah, it feels so good. Yeah, it's so good. So the Disco Aisha has been saved. She wasn't dirty, but she looked so sad when she arrived with her broken antenna and not turning on or anything. But yeah, she works now. So Neopet projects, we're kicking the year off with some winners. Yeah. Oh. We'll have to get another one that can talk now and see if they can talk to each other still. Because they're supposed to be able to talk to each other, like in the commercial. Because the fairy Ixi does not talk. Something's wrong with it deeper in the plush, and when circuitries are inside of stuffed animals, other than the battery terminal, it is very hard to get to any of it, and I don't feel confident enough to open him up and do that. I am novice when it comes to electrical stuff. I can do very basic things, but I can't do I wouldn't say I'm super good at it, but I can fix small things. I can fix like obvious faults I can fix and solder and things like that. But yeah! So those are the projects going on with Neopets right now. Yeah! Ixis and Aishas. Ixis and Aishas. And then one little Kachik. He's so dirty. Look at this tummy. It's so dirty. It's so dirty. Oh, and if anyone else out there is trying to repair these, the material like here and here, and again on the ears and tail of the Ixi, basically that softer feeling plastic, it does not acetone. It will not melt, at least with the little bit I touched to it, but if it has staining, the acetone will not take the staining off. I haven't tried sanding yet. I did have a Kachik come in the mail, I don't have it photographed here, that has serious damage to it. That is going to be my tester. I'm going to test out things that are a little more invasive on it, like sanding that plastic, because it'll either sand or it'll bunch up and look terrible. So I'd prefer to do that to something that already is in a bad state. So it'll be my tester, and then when I'm done testing things on it, I will turn it into a custom Kachik. I don't know which one yet. But that'll be the plan. So I'll test sprays and acetones and things. The pink underneath doesn't come off right. Oh, yeah, I didn't try and take the factory paint off. So the factory paint on those parts, sorry, I should be more specific. The factory paint on those parts probably will come off with acetone. I'm saying marks on the plastic, like the pure plastic, if it has transfer marks on it, acetone won't remove them. They are like, they dye the plastic that they touch, apparently. Or at least the on these two, whatever touched them isn't on the surface and isn't able to come off with acetone. But the painted on parts, like the tip of the Kachik's tail cream here, that is paint. So you can paint on them. And that would probably come off with acetone, but just not on the plastic itself. It won't come off. But yeah, so that'll be my contribution to the history of restoring these, since I don't think anyone's really done that online. There's not a lot of information about them. But yeah. And if you guys have if you have any of these and you have any questions, feel free to message me and I'll be like, on like Blue Sky? I think you can message on Blue Sky or something. Or when I post these underneath, be like, hey, I have one of these, yada yada yada. Have you tried XYZ? And I'll be like, yes or no, or I have a Kachik I can try that on. It's like having a Labray Kachik in real life I can do horrible things to. But in the end, it'll be a cute color. In the end, it'll all be worth it. Because I'll make it a custom and then no one will know the horrors it's been through. But yeah, so we're gonna finish up Cheerhoof. Let's see, what is... I think I've changed since last time. I think I want to move her head, make her head a little bit longer. Just a bit longer because... Make it a little bit more Ixi. Because they have really long heads. They have really long heads, so I make her head a little bit longer. And then I added, these rose gold marks from the NC mall. I had 150 NC from the Advent time or whatever, and I was saving it, and then I saw these marks and I was like, that adds to how magical she is. She's supposed to be like magic snow put together. So she has these markings now we have to add. But I think it really adds to her character. So I was like, okay, I'll spend some of my free Neo cash on that. Yeah, so we'll fix her little head, give her fix her lobotomy I've done over here. And then we'll add on those markings and her leaves. Oops, not on a high enough layer. Her leaves. And then we'll color her in. Because I know she has clothes, but I want to have her base model in case I ever change her outfit around. Like, this is kind of her base character design, is this outfit, but I want to get her, like, full body, so I know what it all looks like. Yeah. What are y'all working on Neopets right now? What are your plans? What's new with you? Got anything exciting going on? Yeah. I know we got the new pet slot. That's cool. Everybody got a new extra pet slot if you haven't heard. We can now have 7. Yeah, 7. 7? We had 6 before, right? I have 5 pets, I had 1. Yeah, 7! Yeah, so we all have 1 more. Which is very exciting. I can go back on the Pound Prowl, because I'll have... I didn't know what to use my 1 last slot on. Wasn't sure. But if I have 2 more slots now... Well, now there's more possibilities. Star saving for an elderly girl walkie sweater with all the with all the Cadoties on it. That would be so cute. How much is that? I'm afraid to ask. Is it if you're? I mean, you're saving for it, so it must be a scary amount, I assume. How terrifying are we talking here, Star? And I'm saving for Moroccan. A couple million for the paintbrush last I checked. Oh! Oh no! Oh! Wait, that's part of the paintbrush? Wow, walkies are just like winning that. Goodness, I thought that was a separate item. I didn't realize it was attached to the elderly girl walkie. That is stunning. Okay. I've only seen a few elderly pets. That one's winning for sure. But goodness, a couple million. You might want to try zapping for that. Oh wait, you can't, right? You can't zap the... You can't zap Royal. Can you zap elderly? I would assume it's the same function. Yeah, I don't know now. Okay, you can't remember either star. We have no hope. There is no hope. Oh no. Well, I have to save up for the Moroccan, the water animal paintbrush, which I think was at like 5 mil last I checked. So, if Izzet gets turned alien though, I will probably start zapping Ink Wishes to try and, in the meantime, like while I'm saving up, I might as well. But I mean, I have to get the first one zapped first, because Alien is either Lab Ray or Rainbow Pool Quest, and I don't know how to do Rainbow Pool Quests. Yeah, did you know it's not exclusive to the Lab Ray, the Alien? You can get it from the Rainbow Pool with the fairy giving you a quest reward. But it's more common from being zapped, I believe. That's mostly how most people get it. Yeah, isn't that nice? There's a couple like that. I didn't realize that, like Custard and... Custard? I can't think of another one now. Chocolate, I think, as well? They're just... I think Lab Ray is a more common way of getting them, so they're associated with the Lab Ray. There are some that are only Lab Ray, though. I think, like, I want to say Robot is Lab Ray only. It's been a while since I read the little description now. And you can't get an Ixi, which... Could someone explain to me why you can't zap an Ixi from the Lab Ray? I still don't get that. Makes no sense. Vector layer, there we go. Alright, let's get this golden marks on her. Put them on plane and then I will, put an effect on to make them more shimmery. I want to layer these. Oh yeah, you could get the sweater from the Lab Ray, because as long as you zap a walkie into that, if it's a color that can be zapped, you'll have the item in your inventory. Because you are zapping Static. Static could potentially turn into one. Aha! You checked! Yeah! We have knowledgeable... someone knowledgeable. Let's see, does it go into the ears? It does go onto the ears. Oh, it goes even through the, inside of the ears. Interesting. Okay. I may have it be where, like, these markings are kind of alive, so every time you see her, they're a little different. Just to add some, like, variety to each time she's drawn. To kind of adapt them to, like, what's pretty at the moment. For, like, placement. Oh, it's kind of, like, in between. Yeah, I think that could be fun. Let's see, and they go down her body. Kind of trying to integrate them with the little dots she has already on her. Yeah. So let's see, what else has been going on? Oh, I got to go to Build-A-Bear since last stream. It was really close to when the recent Sanrio releases came out, so I wasn't sure if they were gonna have them, but they were literally putting the signs up to announce that they were there that day. So I was able to get a chiffon! She's very sweet. For anyone that's, like, worried about her ear fabric, I haven't touched, My Sweet Piano. But I usually have that problem with Sherpa where it's very grabby and I don't like it. Chiffon's ears don't feel as grabby as some other Sherpa. At the very least, isn't as grabby as some other Sherpa I've touched before. Or, like, you know, the fake Sherpa stuff. So, for anyone else that has those kind of issues, she might be okay. And if not, I saw someone, like, brush out her ears with those, like, dog brushes that look like, I don't know if they have a special name. These kind. If you brush out her ear fur with that, slicker brush, thank you, Star, slicker brush, then it's supposed to be softer. I was going to do that to mine, but I actually don't mind her fur in the end, so she isn't going to get that treatment for mine. But for people that are like, oh, I really wanted a chiffon, but I don't know about the texture, it might be okay. Just depending. I'd say if you can, like, you know, go in person, if you have the opportunity and the ability, then you can always check for yourself if it's compatible. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this actually was pretty good. I do not like how this one is turning out. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Yeah. Back legs. Oh, I got to play the Neopet trading card game as well. With Star. Star beat me. Star beat me. But it was fun! I enjoyed it. It's different than the original one, which I didn't really play that much, but I remember enough that it is different. Yeah, I enjoyed it. We got the starter decks. The, what is it? The Fire Uni and Starry Akara. Yeah, we played with those, to give it a try. It was fun! I'd play it again. I don't know if I would, like, try and build a deck, but just to kind of, like, casually play with someone if I knew someone else that had them. I think it would be fun. forgot the back leg. No. Kind of do the swirls. They are kind of close sometimes. Okay. Yeah, maybe close some of them up. Don't want it to look too spider webby. Yeah, that's got some mystic vibes now. Yeah! That's fun. Alright, let's make a little gradient to go on top of that. Let's see, the lightest is... or the darkest is here. The lightest is kind of like up here? Yeah. Oop, wrong way. No, maybe I do want it that way. There you go! And then we can add some, let's see here. Sparkles in there. Those are kind of hard to see, but yeah, some little sparkly bits. Make her glow. Aha! Magical little Ixi! There we are. Now to get her colored in. Well, I'd say that's the hard part, but she's a lot of just white. First thing I need to do, though, is clean up everything that's just kind of floating around here. See, on here I need to clean up. That on. That one's up there. There we go. That one's there. Turn that off. We're also going to make this a little bit smaller because this image is massive. I always work on really big canvases, so I have space for like not crafting, but like trying things out, and also if you don't work in raster, it's really hard to scale stuff up without a lot of loss. See what else has been going on. Oh, I got into watching The Traders, which I feel like people know about. Going off of the numbers they keep touting, people must know what it is. I watched the first one I watched all the way through was the Celebrity Traders UK, and that's because I watch a lot of UK shows, so I kind of know a lot of the people that were on there. So that one was really fun, and I feel like they were all kind of like working together. I know you're supposed to like, it's traders versus faithful, but in the end it felt like they were all kind of because they were playing for charity. So like when it would come to doing the team challenges each episode to try and win money, like everyone would work together really hard to try and win the money more than like defend themselves. And it just felt like a bunch of friends playing, is the best way I could put it. It felt like a lot of friends had all come together to play this big elaborate game, which was really sweet. I liked that a lot. And then I'm watching the regular UK version now, and I like the challenges. I like Claudia, the host. The people, it's just it's a very different vibe, I would say, is the main thing. I guess because now everyone's playing for money for keeps. So they're all really focused on like saving themselves and not always wanting to play the game if it puts them at risk. Like, they don't want to be... There's, like, no camaraderie. There's, like, no camaraderie. That's what I think it is. Which I feel like you kind of need that, or else, like, the challenges are a little, people not playing them? You know? Like, they don't want to engage with it, or they want to do, like, the bare minimum to engage with it sometimes, it feels like. I don't know. It's a whole different vibe. I kind of miss the celebrity one, but they're going to do another season of the celebrity one, it says online. So I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of like I'm trying. I liked the first one a lot. I liked Celebrity UK Traders a lot. And then I'm trying to like the regular one, and I don't know how well that's working. But I don't watch a lot of reality shows, so I don't know. Maybe that's just par for the course, the way everything's going, and I just don't... I mean, like, I watch reality shows, but it's like cooking competitions, or cooking competitions, or cooking competitions. It's just cooking competitions. Where everyone's against each other, but it feels a little bit, like, more friendly? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe what the different vibe feels like. Oh, you don't have your nose is just blue. Okay. For a minute I thought it had a coal nose, but it is not. Huh. I'll give you a white tongue. There's a lot of just playing with like shades of white and blue in this one. I don't know what people are watching right now. It's the same problem I had where I was like, what's coming out? Although I did look into, I mean, Mario Galaxy's coming out. I don't know how I forgot that. That one looks, I'm excited for, because I mean, I grew up playing those games. And the first one was fun. The first Mario movie was fun. And then I saw, this probably is more surprising if you're tuned into the animation world. So there was a movie called, Acme, Coyote versus Acme. Which is, you know, like the Warner Brothers Coyote. Is it Warner Brothers still? Yeah, it's still, well, you know, the Wile E. Coyote. And it was produced in the early 2020s, and it was finished. It was completely finished, and it's 2D animation. I want to say frame by frame. I think it's frame by frame because the other one was, but I'm not sure now. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to remember. But they finished the movie, and then they just chucked it out the window to be a tax write-off, and didn't want to actually put it out. And people got very upset, because the movie was completely finished, and they just wanted to throw it out. I guess because of that outrage, they decided to let the studio, the makers of it, I'm not quite sure, however, like, had it, shop it around for someone to actually distribute it, and they found someone. So it's gonna come out this year, after they tried to just, like, throw it in the trash for a tax write-off. So that's really nice. It's actually gonna come out, and all the artists' hard work will get to be seen, and the actors, because there's live-action people in it, too, I believe. It's a hybrid of live-action and 2D animation. So that's really cool! It's gonna come out now. It's nice to see that it didn't just get lost to time and everything like that. So that would have been really sad. Yeah, Lost. Yeah, it was really thought it was just gonna be Lost. Last I heard, we're never gonna see. It's never gonna see the light of day. But I guess there was enough of a fuss, or I don't know if some kind of legal action kicked in. But yeah, it's gonna actually get released now, so it won't be lost media anymore. which is just like so nice. And I feel like that's not how these things usually turn out, so we'll get to see it. I'll watch it either in I assume it's getting theater distribution. I don't know if it's limited or like full distribution. I mean, I'm sure it'll go to streaming services if nothing else, so I can see it there, but yeah, it got rescued. Someone picked it up. I wish I had written down the name for the stream of who picked it up so I could, like, congratulate them. But I do not remember now. And that is all of the, like, movies coming out that I am, like, aware of now for this coming year. Oh, I forgot to give her holly and things. Whoops, I just went straight to coloring. I guess those are technically removable. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I will make them a separate layer. Let me finish putting her flats on, and then I will make them their own layer, in case I ever want to take them off. Because I can take off them individually. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Do I want to change the blue like they've done with these? Where is that in the color scheme? There, so that's there. This is pretty far from each other. Yeah, maybe a compromise here. So this is very... Well, she actually has a lot of green in her. She has the green eyes. So yeah, maybe that is. We'll go with this kind of icy color. Icy teal. The downside of using the pencil brush is you gotta clean up, as far as I know, I haven't found a really much of a better way to do this, clean up the edges. You can also just like, lasso tool things is another way of doing it. Yeah. Let's see. Use the screen for the leaves. Or the tail leaf, at least. Oops. Match it to her eyes. Yeah. Okay, now I've fixed the line colors for things. This is just straight black, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go slightly off straight black. Let's see. Oh, I've been crocheting. I don't know if I mentioned that I crochet. I started last year, so I'm still pretty new to it, but I made a couple of projects. And for any Aisha lovers out there, I don't know who it's by. I saw it on Etsy the other day. Or is it two different people? So someone out there has a pattern for a Aisha, and then someone has a pattern for an Akara. So if one of those is your favorite Neopets, have I got news for you. Go on Etsy and look for those. And if you, I guess, if you like a friend of Neopets and you crochet, there's two patterns out there for you that look pretty fun. I'll have to give them a try sometime. Like Aisha's. There's no Ixi here, sadly. Well, I guess I could probably just like adapt a reindeer or a goat or something to be kind of more Ixi-ish. What I'm working on right now? Working on a washcloth. There's an Aisha on Etsy and a free Kadoti or two on Ravelry. I keep forgetting. Ravelry, you need to make an account, right? I need to make an account and go on there and then just have 500 projects that I want to do, is from what my understanding of Ravelry. Ah! Alright, that's what I know what I'm doing after stream. I'm going to go, I'm going to, while this, while I do the, what is it, audio leveling on this, I will go and look on Ravelry. Oh, there's Coyotes! Oh, it'd be cute. I can go with my Coyote plushies. How big are the Coyotes? Are they tiny or are they big for the pattern? Or can you tell? I guess, I mean, and it sort of depends on the yarn, but are they like little tiny Coyotes or are they big Coyotes? Like chibi kind of thing? Life-size Coyote would be funny. What a life-size... How big are... I mean, the Neopets, they give you statistics, actually, don't they? Their size, height, and weight. How big is Cheerhoof? I'm gonna have to look now. How big is she? I don't actually know. She's like microscopic or something. That'd be funny. How are they doing it? Do it with a white outline. Do I really want to do that? I'll do this for this version. The one you want to try, the one Star wants to try looks on the smaller side, but I think it depends on the yarn. Well, I mean, that's kind of good, because then if you make, like, the Aisha, then you have a Coyote that's probably, like, in scale with the, Aisha. And then you get out the, like, 1mm crochet hook, and you find a pet. And then you just keep going down in size. I've never had a pet, I don't think. Even when I played back in the day. Yes, make it accurate. Pet to pet to pet. All to scale. Just do. I made the... There it is. It's like I turned off the layer on accident. Whoops. Oh, I see. This is why you intuitively label your layers and don't do what I do off screen where I'm not labeling them because I'm trying to be fast. Because then you get confused what's going on. It's kind of smooth, so just do. I like this approach to the antlers. Drop the opacity on, or actually screen, or screen. Nah, let's see, let's drop the opacity. There we go, I see. Let's give her a little bit of fanciness on the eyes. Look, that's going. Why is that going straight to black? Jeez. So just the color of green I picked? No, that's definitely not supposed to be. Why are you doing that? Oh, it's set to linear burn. Why on earth? Multiply. No, I don't like either of those. Wait, what setting do I have this on the wrong setting? And I don't know which one I want it on. There we go, normal setting. What are those fancy, what is it? Grass fairy eyes? I don't remember which fairy this is now. One of the fairies' eyeshadows is what it is. Yeah, everything on her except for the rose gold and this chain thing is Neopet items. Do we need? We need to put in her little shading. Oh, I did look into, because I saw that the Pokemon cards, I assume cards, I don't know what else they would do besides cards, are coming back to McDonald's this year for the 30th anniversary? Goodness. Making me feel old. So I'm sure that will be chaos again. Of just, I just want to get my Pokemon cards, I don't need, why must we make it so difficult to do these things? Where do I have the lighting? I guess from this side. Okay. And also we're getting Sonic with Hello Kitty! So that should be cute. It's probably gonna be like similar to the collaboration they've already done would be my guess. I couldn't like get a like for sure on that from anyone. But I would guess they would probably reuse that sort of thing. Everything else I was like not very I don't think I was terribly impressed by any of the other things coming out this year for them. I guess it just depends on your interests, really. But yeah, hopefully I can get a few McDonald's Happy Meals with some Pokemon cards like before. I've always been able to get at least a few of them, so I don't think it'll be too bad, I hope. As long as you get them like the very first week, then you kind of are okay. They don't really do toys anymore with the Pokemon ones. It seems like it's just kind of like... What was the last one? Was it... It was stickers, I think? And like a puck? Like a cardboard puck? Was that the last one? Where it came... Yeah, I think it was like a little box, and it came with like this little puck to let you play a modified version of the card game with the cards you got in the pack. And then stickers, which I'm always down for stickers, so yes, some more stickers, please. I think the Sonic ones would probably just be like figures, would be my guess. Yeah. I don't actually know, like, what? Oh, no, there's a bunch of Tamagotchi stuff coming out. Oh, yeah, you think... Yeah, the Sprigatito... I think that is the one I gave you, the Sprigatito box. I think that was the last one. So, yeah, it is the one with the boxes with the stickers and the little puck inside of it. Okay. It is those. The ones they did before that was also, like, cardboard boxes, but they had a, like, plastic puck thing. Okay, pucks are apparently very common with Pokemon things in McDonald's toys. But it was like a plastic one that you could play the game with the cards you got. And I don't think it came with stickers, that set. I don't think that set had stickers. I never see, I guess because it's Pokemon, it just gets snapped up. I never see like the leftovers of those pucks or anything show up in thrift stores, really. Oh, but I found at a, like a, would you call it a thrift? It's not really a thrift store, right, Star? It's more like it's antique mall. I found a red Kachik from McDonald's that I got. So that was fun. I got him. And they had a fairy Ixi as well, but I already had a fairy Ixi, so I left that one there for someone else. It was very tempting, though, to just have an army of fairy Ixis. Yeah, it was a great find. It was way cheaper than trying to order a single one off of eBay, that's for sure. After, like, never seeing Neopets in the wild for I don't know how long, I get back on and suddenly I find some Neopets in the wild. What does that mean? Is everyone that, like, used to play it now getting rid of their stuff? Is everyone now, like, recognizing it again, so it's showing up in... Like, it's getting picked for things? Like, picked to be put in antique shops? I don't know what that means. I just realized I shaded this at 2 different angles. Dang it. I'd rather change the hooves than change all this, so let's just change the hooves. I don't usually shade from this direction. I don't know why I did the hooves. Oh, because the hooves were that way on this. I was looking at the reference, I'm like, oh, the hooves are shaded that direction. I'll just shade them that direction. And then immediately goes back to shading the other direction that I normally do. Oh, we're gonna finish her today, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is exciting. Where do people host, I have to look, because I found some adoptable pages and put them on my Neopets' descriptions, not their pet pages yet. I need to see where people host adoptables. I did adoptables back in the day, but that was PhotoBucket, and everywhere that has PhotoBucket says, like, your limit has been exceeded, so I guess not PhotoBucket anymore. So I have to see what people use. Oh, it could have been because we're in a different... Yeah, we were in a different part of town than usual when we went to that antique store. So, is that where all the people with Neopet stuff is? Over there? Do we have to drive over there when we want to find Neopets? Is that the secret? Who knew? That's where they were hiding from us this whole time. I don't even know what thrift stores are over there. It's kind of a weird place for an antique mall. Yeah, I like how we're both, like, there's so few thrift stores where we are. Like, there's Goodwills, but Goodwills are, like, they put all the good stuff online now. Was it Goodwill? What is it? What is the site? Goodwill something.com? What is it called? Goodwill Finds? I've been on there only a few times now, so the name hasn't stuck. Shop Goodwill, thank you. I knew it was good. It was something stuck to Goodwill. That's where they put all the good stuff. They don't really let it go to the stores anymore. They put it all on there. Let's see, let me fix the hooves. They're going the wrong direction. Where are they? This is why you label your things that I did not do. There we go. I still say we do still find good stuff thrifting where we're able to thrift. We just don't find like Neopets. It's hard to find that kind of stuff, it seems. Although who knows? Maybe we've started the spark of Neopet stuff will appear. Because if we were ever like not looking for it, we just weren't like didn't see it. Like, any big name stuff like that tends to disappear from where we go. But... the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. Oops, that is too big. Yeah, 90s and 2010s. We're missing that 2000s gap. That's a good way of putting it. I wasn't sure how to describe what we do find, but yeah. 90s and 2010s. Where are the 2000s? Or is it just like, is everyone like us from the 2000s where we held on to everything, so none of it shows up at thrift stores? Or I guess like Y2K is in right now, so maybe that's why that stuff gets picked really quickly. Could be some of that as well. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these off. These are, I guess these are technically clothes, so this is her base form, is what I've done here. Yeah. So I think that's Cheerhoof's done. I'll dress her up, of course, because I want to have her in her full outfit, but that's her base. That's what she looks like. Ah, it's Cheerhoof! Oh, she's so sweet. Look at this little magical lady. Ah, thank you, Star! I'm so pleased with her! Oh, this is so nostalgic, designing a Neopet again. It must be fun to get to be the people that work there and design the items and stuff with all the new clothes. I'd love that. That'd be fun. There she is! We got her done. We got her done in the streams. I'm so pleased. We got her all done in the streams. So if the internet just gives up and I have to switch to draw with me's, at least I finished this the way it all began. I'm so glad. Oh, she's so nice. Yeah, I'll decorate. I'll get her a little cape on and the little jewelry and things. I make her more lush. I feel like she's very lush. Very lush lady. Well, thank you for joining me on this Neopets adventure today, covering all sorts of topics, from physical goods to the site, and hunting them down in the wilderness, looking for 2000s out there. It's very Y2K year, it feels like. That stuff's back in, and I guess that's what people are looking for, so. I hope you all had a great time. I hope you're having a good week. I know it's mostly over now, but I hope you have a good weekend. If you got plans, whether you're staying in, hope you have a lot of fun. Yeah. And I will see you all some way, somehow. We will meet again. Some way and somehow. Bye-bye!